Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm going to do a Q&A video. You asked me some great questions, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to answer them because I've got to follow up on things that I've said, so that's important. So let's kick things off. I'm going to answer every single question that people put, and there's about 68 different questions on this, so let's get started. So let's start with Alexandros Gaming says, what was your favorite event quest, favorite champion, and luckiest moment of 2017? To really kind of answer all of those, I think the addition of uncollected quest, that was great. With regards to originality, I would say that it would have to be definitely the December month with the Modoc Labs. However, though, the Guardians thing with the Scrapyards was probably a really strong contender, and that actually maybe tip it for me. Favorite champion has got to be Blade, and he has kind of stepped over the mark when it comes to Scarlet Witch being my favorite kind of champion, and Blade obviously is going to be my luckiest moment. If you watched my video about my luckiest pulls of the year, or kind of biggest moments of the year when it comes to crystals, you'll know that that is definitely one of them. Freezy asks me 4 questions very quickly. Who's your favorite MCC YouTuber excluding you? I would probably say that one of my favorites is, it's got to be Dork Lessons, Dorky Diggity Dave. I don't really have a chance to kind of get into much interaction with other MCC YouTubers. It feels that a lot of them are very kind of distant from me, especially at the moment, and I don't really know what the deal is with that. However, though, it's all good, but Dave has got to be one of my favorites because genuinely and on a personal level, he is actually great to get along with, and we've had some great conversations. If you remember my live stream, my first Legends run, that was pretty amazing because he was such a decent person, and actually I think he did part of like a song, like came up with a song on that one, so that was pretty cool. He talks about net neutrality, and that's something that is very disappointing for American based people, and I hope that's something that is definitely going to improve in time. However, though, there are some douchebags that do twist things with regards to the way that you guys see different things on the internet, and that is wrong. Freedom of speech is also extended to freedom of viewing as well, in my opinion. And he says then, what was your favorite update on MCC this year, e.g. 12.0? Man, I don't think there's ever been a good update in Marvel Contest of Champions. That's me just being a very honest person with that. I think that they've got to right a lot of wrongs when it comes to 2018. Sometimes it feels like the game has been tweaked to kind of benefit certain people on different kind of device usage. At the same time, it's a very kind of unstable time with regards to delivery. I hope they do sort it out. He says then, do you think you will be able to cure cancer one day? I hope that's something that that is done. However, though, I'm kind of a firm believer, and sometimes I'm very desensitized to stuff. I do believe that if it happens, and it happens to me, I wouldn't give a shite. At the same time, that if I was going to die, then I'd die. As long as I had achieved everything I wanted to in my lifetime, I wouldn't give a crap, just as long as that was done. But it's just something that's very apparent nowadays, but it's good if they find a cure in the end. In some ways, you've got to be a bit optimistic and kind of live every day for what it is. That's really my kind of mantra. Every second, every minute, every hour is grinded out to the max in your life as well in game. So enjoy it, laugh, life, love, everything. You know, just enjoy it. Simmeready asks, great video, do you play any console games? Can you tell us more about the future of the channel? What's your favorite movie? Favorite movie for myself is Guardians of the Galaxy. With regards to future plans for the channel in 2018, there's going to be a split on my featured channels. You're going to see probably 3 things that I'm working on, as well as a secret project which I'll tell you about, hopefully is bigger than it is. Mainly it's all about an improvement and also delivering more HD quality. I'm still in my old office at the moment, so hopefully by the time you see my new videos, probably around about the 8th of January, they're going to be of better quality, but obviously you're going to look out for that. Consoles wise, I don't play any console games at the moment. I used to play quite a lot, especially a lot of Dynasty Warriors, a lot of kind of random games, Army Men Air Attack, Army Men, like loads of kind of things back in the day I used to play. And there is something that we're going to be working on. Me and Em are going to be getting a console, maybe do like a couples gaming channel. There's lots of things in the works, but it's something of I need more time, and also the channel needs to make more money in order to kind of boost that other venture that we go into. So that's really the ideas for the future, and all those answers to those questions that you had. What is your favorite food? Bored Penguin asks, and I don't really have a favorite food. I do enjoy the odd pizza now and again. Next thing he says, what do you plan on doing in 2018? Probably more console games. That's the main thing. I really would like to do more console games. And probably get into Grand Theft Auto a bit, but there's loads of things like Red Dead Redemption 2. My God, I can't even speak properly. That would be something I would look forward to playing. What job do you have? I'm a manager of a facilities, so it's a really good job, but at the same time, it's not something that I ever wanted to do. When I started this channel in 2016, I had an idea that I wanted to kind of like do this kind of entertainment thing, but it never really transpired because I was sold the idea of a kind of corporate lifestyle and the idea of being, you know, going down the corporate line, being very corporate-y, making lots of money. That was the big selling point. But, you know, sometimes that doesn't always make you happy. And finally, do I like cookies? Yeah, of course I like cookies. I like soft cookies, not like hard cookies, like a biscuit type cookie. I don't really like that. Softer ones are the best. Drunk Brian writes, what tech are you using? What are your plans for 2018? Well, the thing is, to start off with, the tech I'm using is a Logitech 920. The monitors are like a Philips 24-inch. I've got a Dell 24-inch as well. We've got a Samsung CO1U mic. And a pop filter. I've got some headphones, which are some kind of crappy headphones, which I think at the time were really good. I've got Exerion, another random make lights. They are pretty bad. I've got a whole new setup coming, and that is going to be kind of delivering some better quality content, as well as rocking a computer that needs to be upgraded. However, though, to give you an idea of the current computer, it is an i7 processor. It's probably like 5.7 something or other. It's like 5,700 and something. A 16 gigabyte RAM, DDR RAM, and 1 terabyte hard drive. There is an SSD as well, so it's good, but I do want an upgrade, and that will be one thing that I'll be purchasing in the new year. The new tech I'll be going over in a future video and giving a review on it. And the final thing he asks, have I heard of the MFer? If he's referring to the Kick-Ass character, then yes, I have, and I really enjoy the Kick-Ass movie. Jeff Morgan asks 3 questions. So, how do you have time to read with all the MCC grinding? Advice on MCC and life balance. Is a very difficult game, Jeff. I must admit, it's one of the difficult things that I've ever had to do. Juggle YouTube, reading stuff, MCOC grind. And I find very little time for my own peace of mind and stuff that I want to pursue in life. But that's, again, the sacrifices that I've had to make in order to kind of push the channel further, to push my life further. But also at the same time, I've got to focus on my success of work, make sure that my relationship is good with family members and also M. So there has to be certain things that I have to balance with that. And I think for anybody that wants to pursue YouTube, you have to understand that you have to balance a lot of things. So it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, yes, there are responsibilities you've got to consider. The next thing he says is, what is your favorite ridiculous interaction in the game, e.g. Jugs v Jugs? That is got to be the thing. Or Iceman versus Iceman, the revenge of the cold snap, which is something that's incredibly frustrating. And he says, finally, of the 10 leaked 2018 champions, who do you predict will be God tier champion? Probably Thanos, and also I would hope Bishop would be, but I doubt he will be. Robert Beckham says, you put up a great talk about the roster for AQ, but who are your favourite champs for AQ nowadays? In my roster, Dormammu Unduped, Wolvie, Gwenpool, Hulk, Captain World War II, Hyperion, Ghost Rider, all duped 550, and why would you choose those 3 champs for AQ? Personally, I still rock, and I've just put in my Captain Marvel, my Wolverine, and also Scarlet Witch. Now, having Suicides on at the moment does mean that my Wolverine isn't as good as he used to be. I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me on that one. However, though, just from my own personal playing perspective, I usually keep my Wolverine alive for a long ass time, especially with that regeneration. But with Suicides, not so much. Of those ones you have, I do like Dormammu, I do like Wolverine, I do like Gwenpool, and I do like Captain World War II, as well as Hulk. There's a lot of good things in those champions that you have. For a lot of people, it will be own personal preference and ones that you're kind of well suited for. Captain America World War II was a champion that I really did enjoy playing with in my Alliance Quest grind. However, though, I felt it didn't really have bang for its buck, and I felt that Wolverine, with that intense regen, especially with getting those power bars up further, meant that the regen was more tastier. But obviously, like I said, with suicides isn't too great. And to further answer the point, Scarlet Witch is great because she was 99, as well as triggering off those kind of crit buffs, which is excellent. And Captain Marvel I've always enjoyed, especially with regards to the damage output the champion has, especially when it comes to having her with suicide. She's actually pretty darn good. Drunk Brian says, what are your goals for 2018? Well, I'd hope that the channel grows to about 20,000 subscribers. At the same time, it's able to generate an amount of income, which is allowing me to then not worry so much about just putting out MCOC content and actually divert away from the game to other content as well and have different games being covered. And that is generally the big plan for next year. Also pursue some kind of comedy stuff that I really want to do because it's my roots, and stuff that maybe isn't associated with stuff that I've put onto this channel, maybe something different that's on a different channel, and at the same time have a vlogs channel because I really want to do more vlogs. However, though, I feel that I need to do things that are a little bit more interesting in order to make my vlogs more exciting. However, though, still keeping that Rich the Man, this channel will be all about game guides. One of my alliance mates says, hi Rich, big fan. My question is this: why won't you join AQ, damn it? And that's a running joke. I do join alliance quests on time, except for today because it was all about completing uncollected very quickly with the champions that I had, and then putting certain stronger champions back into alliance quest, in particular Captain Marvel and Scarlet Witch, which I found were two great champions for uncollected. Caliga writes, what other games do you play? What do you recommend outside of MCOC? I'm really getting into War Wings again. This is a game that is in multiplayer. It's an online multiplayer game to a degree that it's not like Marvel Contest of Champions. It is completely different. You're using your kind of like device like this, and you're kind of like moving with the left side with regards to like a joystick, and your right side is keeping your finger down with regards to firing down. You're chasing, you're leading targets, and it's similar to other games that I've played, but it's great having it on a device as opposed to having it on a PC. It's really kind of like engaging, and if you follow me, you'll know that I'll be doing a lot more War Wings in the future, and hopefully I can work with a developer a bit more, where say in the past Marvel Contest of Champions has taken over 2 years to get in a community-based program with them. Dandas Gaming HD says, do you like Iron Spider? I do. The concept of that champion could be quite good in game, however the character is quite unique as well. He also says, if you had to change your name into any superhero hidden identity like Peter Parker, what would it be and why? What would I kind of like change my name to be, like pseudonym? It would probably be like you're still using the name Richard, like obviously we've got Reed Richards, but at the same time I'd like to be like Richard Reynolds or something like that. But I know that's kind of like saying that, well, okay, that's a bit like Ryan Reynolds, because it's quite funny because like Ryan Reynolds is already kind of a type identity, like a pseudonym. Well, not a pseudonym, but it's like a name that you think would be associated with it. So I'd like to be that. He then says, Deadpool or Daredevil in backstories? I would probably choose I like Daredevil more than Deadpool based on a backstory. Not saying that Deadpool doesn't have a great backstory, but I like Daredevil's a little bit more. Deadpool's feels a little bit kind of cheated because there's kind of link between the reason that he is his name is associated with a kind of a rip-off of DC, or I can't remember what it's like. It's either the rip-off of DC is Deadpool, or Deadpool is the rip-off of DC with regards to, I think it's Deathstroke, I want to say, because it's meant to be like Wade Wilson and Slade Wilson or something like that. I can't remember which character it is, but it's still like, don't think that's like a good foundation there for a character, being a bit of a rip-off of a joke. It then says Drax or Black Panther. I would choose Black Panther just because I love the Wakanda stuff. It's so cool. Who is your first God tier champ? It would be Scarlet Witch. What's your favorite cereal? I like anything that's kind of like a brand, like a Special K. At the moment, that's just my thing. What about Fing Fong Foom in Marvel Contest of Champions? I don't think it would be a champion that we're going to see anytime soon. Not to say that it wouldn't be a bad idea. Who's your best villain in MCU? I've always liked Claw, the kind of aspect that he could come in and be very annoying, and that's the case that we'll see that in Black Panther. However, Ultron. However, though, again, another however, I didn't think he was as poignant as he should be. I think Hela has got to be the most frustrating villain, because nothing could take it down until the end, and obviously I won't spoil that for anybody. He then asked, what's your favourite Deadpool costume? And it's got to be the red. The standard red one is usually the best. Next thing he asked, do you want Wolverine X-Force and Archangel Force X-Force in the game? I would probably choose Wolverine X-Force for that to be in the game. That would be the best thing for me. The next thing, Alex Kiddo says, what TV shows do you watch? Currently, I am watching something called Vic and Bob's Big Night Out, and that's something like Shooting Stars, Vic and Bob, Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer, two comedy people that I really like. I've actually submitted jokes to them in the past to write, and that was something that I was really excited about, and then their show got cancelled and I was really sad about it. So comedy jokes that I've written didn't get to kind of like see that. However, though, I love anything on Netflix. You know, anything Marvel, Netflix. Iron Fist, I know a lot of people slated. I quite enjoyed it. At the same time, Defenders, I absolutely hated it, and some people thought it was actually quite good. The other thing is probably anything that's got like a decent story to it and structure. I like The Crown on Netflix. Also something called Last Kingdom, which is something that's pretty cool. It's like set in like Viking times and kind of the times of King Alfred. So that's a really kind of like British based thing. With regards to anything American, there's nothing really. I mean, I like The Big Bang Theory, but a lot of people will say, oh, that comedy, oh, that's such a bad comedy. Yeah, well, that's a bit snobbish, isn't it? Everyone said the same thing about Friends, and now Friends is kind of associated as being one of the best comedies ever. So, yeah, I think people can really go too hard on that show. I love South Park, I love The Simpsons, Family Guy. I'm not too into Rick and Morty. I don't know why about that. I thought that I would get really into it, but I have not got into it. I really don't know why. But so many decent shows that I really like, especially like animated comedies, really like them. Chris says, is Kabam going to add more levels, or is it just going to stick with level 60 only? I think they will probably increase it in the future. So hopefully it's something they can really work on, because I think a lot of people really be like going like, well, we've been level 60 for a while, come on, up the levels. Look at World of Warcraft, they were able to up the levels quite quickly, so something they should really do. Joe MCOC Dr. DV99 says, I think you have enough questions to answer. Just want to thank you for making the time to put out great videos about MCC and everything else. Oh, thank you very much. That's not really a question, but still, I was happy to kind of like do that. Do I watch Dragon Ball Z? No, I don't. I think I watched it back in the day for a little while, but I can't really remember any of it. But it looks quite exciting in any Fast Ride. I think that's something to do with that. Hey Rich, are you excited for Infinity Wars movie? What characters do you want to be added in the game in the future? Will there be other games you'll be interested in playing in the near future? What's your favourite pizza? Have a good day, Rich. Stay awesome. Thank you. I will try and stay awesome. Favourite pizza is pepperoni. And games in the future, still can play War Wings. There is a special Infinity Wars project from a games developer, which I will probably play a lot of when it's released, but I'm not quite sure with regards to aspects of the release in any case. Will I play it on console? That may be an option, because the channel does want to focus in the new year on doing console games. The next thing, and to answer your question about Infinity Wars, of course I'm very excited about that film. And with regards to the characters they could add into the game based on that, I think Shuri has to be a very strong contender. I read a very interesting article about the fact that Kang the Conqueror is actually owned by Fox, which is something that I thought was quite unusual, because in the game a lot of people do have this argument about Fox-owned characters and the fact that they're not in the game, like Fantastic Four or maybe a standard Deadpool. Well, obviously the Deadpool that we know, but say an MCU Deadpool or a kind of a Fox Deadpool. But the fact remains that Kang is actually owned by Fox, or was owned by Fox, and now he goes into this kind of Marvel Cinematic Universe, if he is put in. I know the question was posed to James Gunn, of the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. So it should be quite exciting to see what they do with him. However, though, yeah, it's gotta be Shuri. I can't think of anything else. I would like to have had Ulysses Claw in, but I don't think that is going to be an option, so I don't think I'm going to get anything that I would like. potentially. Maybe a new Iron Man suit, but nah, it's not going to be anything like that. Maybe a Nomad Captain America, but again, I'm speculating. Who is your best? Who is your best in the game friend? In the game? Oh, that's hard because it's like a lot of people like Shay Beats, Juice Wolf, Deadpool 75, Wolverine. Shout out to my good buddy Wolverine. Slevin Fire, Bulldogonaut. There's a lot of people in game that I've got as friends that I would consider being good friends, people that I kind of talk to regularly. I'm sure I'm missing out some people, so I don't really want to offend anyone. Next question is, am I married? If not, then will you get and do stream it? Maybe I will. I don't know. That's not something I'm thinking about at the moment as an option. What do you think about the future of MCZ going forward? Will it bloom or fall? Will you continue to make videos on the game? I probably will until the end. I did think that I wanted to quit the game by the end of this year, 2017. I'm not 100% sure. There are times where I get really frustrated with the game more than I should do. The level of concentration you have to have is more than it was 2 years ago when I played the game. There's a lot of other games that I would like to play more of, and it does take a lot of my life. I probably will continue playing until the point that, say, the views go down, which indicate that the game isn't as popular. So that will, I don't know how 2018 is going to be. The hype of Infinity Wars, will the game kind of flag off based on the fact that the only thing that they can really do in game to kind of diversify or improve is the fact that they would add in different star levels, which then again would piss off people in certain ways. I don't know, but at the same time, I will still continue playing the game until that point. The Black Panther asks, which is your favourite MCU movie? Mine is Civil War. Which is your favourite superhero? Do you like Star Wars The Last Jedi? What are your thoughts on Disney buying Fox? Disney buying Fox, first off, is a great thing. However, though, it'll probably mean for the third time, we're going to see a new line of X-Men movies. And please, for the love of God, make them like the 90s cartoon. I'm not saying they should do that. However, though, it's something that would be better now than it would be about 20 years ago. Next thing is Star Wars The Last Jedi. I really want to see it. A friend of mine and I were meant to see it, but we haven't. But that's something that's on the cards. But I have heard great things. However, though, a lot of people are very kind of like, oh, the movie. Oh my God. To some people, 1, 2, and 3 were good for them. They liked it. 4, 5, and 6 were good to other people, and they liked it. And the same thing with 7, 8, and 9. To a different generation, they will love them. I think it's incredibly hard to win over fanboys, and sometimes I'm a bit snobby when it comes to certain aspects of that. When it comes to Marvel stuff, sometimes you've got to just go, okay, I have my opinion, but at the same time I understand where the film went with regards to a vision. So, what is your favourite superhero? That's a difficult question. However, it's got to be Batman. He's my one and only, really. I'm a DC guy at heart, and I've always been and always will be. And Marvel is always a secondary to that, but that's just my own opinion on that. Which is your favourite MCU movie? Guardians of the Galaxy is closely followed by Ant-Man. I think that that's a great film. Mighty MP asks, you may have answered this before, why do you pause for a few seconds and blink your eyes? It's kind of like a nervous reaction. Like, I don't know why. I think I used to not edit particularly well in the previous videos. Hopefully people can answer this. Like, have the videos, like most of them I do manage to rewatch and also cut out with the editing. It's been better now than it has been previously. But the problem with the kind of the blinks is just a nervous reaction. Like, it's a focusing reaction. I do it when I kind of play darts. It's just the case that I'll look where I'm trying to focus, and I'll blink several times, because it's always about, like, if you blink you miss it, and it's just a nervous reaction to it. It's not something that, you know, even people that meet me, you won't see it. It's just the case if I'm focusing for too much in one place, I'll then kind of like go like that. when I'm just trying to focus so much. I'm not doing it now because I'm kind of actually talking in a very kind of transparent way. But when I'm trying to deliver something on a video and I'm trying to be cutting to certain points, I'll then go when I'm trying to focus. So that just gives you the idea with that. Anderson says, one thing I like this year was the news. Your news be so good. I don't even bother watching TV news no more. Laugh out loud. Very good job, Rich. Thanks, Anderson. MCC News will probably be revamped in the new year. I may do one before the end of the year, and that may be a thing. Zach says, are you a Chelsea fan? As long as you're not a Man U fan, Liverpool fan, or Arsenal fan, I'm okay with you. I'm sorry, Zach. I am a Man United fan. I've been since I was very young. My dad has a very kind of like strong Man United kind of fanship. He met George Best, and it's a case that like father like son. And if it's a case I want to kind of divert away from that, I feel that's not really the thing, because that's just been like how I'm just loyal to him, and also that. Adam says, what are your favorite memes on the internet? I love watching compilations of Vines. They've been like the most kind of like funnest things ever. I really can't wait for a Vine 2.0. I will be uploading on Vine 2.0 as soon as they get it off. The next thing he says, do you jerk off? I don't like doing that. That's disgusting. Do you like flicking people off? No, not particularly. Are you feminine or feminine? I don't know really how to answer that. Kalao says, do you moisturize? Not all the times. You know, sometimes it's like I do have like some stuff, but however, something that's built into like shower gel is moisturizing agent, so most of the time I don't need to really do that. Yes, I am this white. Next thing is, do you eat Subway? Yeah, I love Subway. Italian BMT on Hearty Italian. That's it. Hearty Italian BMT even. That's the best. Do you even lift, bro? I used to lift quite a lot, and I stopped. That is just because you know, I usually do like about 30 minutes to an hour. I've stopped that because I've been trying to grind out more YouTube stuff and make more videos. Have you heard of Jake Paul? Yeah, the guy's an absolute douchebag. He's very successful, but he's an absolute douchebag. Why do you flick me off, my dude? I don't think I do. Where do I live? I live in a small town in Devon, in East Devon. What other jobs do you have? Yeah, it's a case I do a managerial job for facilities, and kids, nah, not so much at the moment. Do you think Command should reshape the arena system in a way that instead of the brackets being determined by the age of your account, they should be determined by the player rating? If so, do you think they will do it sometime? I doubt they will do that, but at the same time, I won't hold my breath. Was surprised to see that we got ranked down tickets at Christmas, so yeah, anything could really happen with it. However, though, I think they've got to do a lot of improvements in different ways in the game. Old Man Rant says, which actor would you want to be cast as Wolverine in MCU? That is a very difficult question, because they need someone that's short, that is incredibly stocky, but at the same time is able to carry themselves in a very kind of gruff manner. And Hugh Jackman said that Taylor Eggart, and search him up, was a good fit for Wolverine. Someone that I probably could see doing it, just as long as they get the voice right, would be a perfect fit. Small and stocky. Don touches on something and says, thanks Rich, I appreciate what you do for the MCC community. Thank you. Can you do something on getting the most of your alliance out of your alliance, and how to take the next step up? My alliance is only 4.5 million. Thanks and Merry Christmas. I will be planning a selection of videos that do a big kind of like alliance guides thing. So that's something that I will look to do in the new year. It is something that's been coming. I have been planning it. However, though, it's just getting the time really to kind of develop these videos, and also trying to hope that people really support them, because that's the next thing. Is like, I need support as well from my own subs and also the community with regards to making the videos, because it seems that the community supports different people in different ways, and sometimes even myself, I don't get the support that others do get. To answer Jeffrey's question, I will be looking to play some more games in the new year that are console based, as well as some stuff that's different Marvel I was planning on just cutting out Marvel Contest of Champions full stop, focusing on Marvel Heroes. However, though, my decision will probably be to wait until this new Infinity Wars project is launched. That will be something that I'll look forward to in the new year. RichTheMan says, do you have plans to have more interviews as part of MCU news? They could really add depth. I do plan to do them. However, though, it's just making other people interested in actually kind of dealing with them. Approaching other, and I have approached other kind of Marvel Contest of Champions YouTubers, and they haven't been interested. So I've decided to go fuck them and decide to focus on doing something completely different. That is going to be a new podcast idea, which will integrate people of different ratings in the game, and also get sponsors together, and will probably be held on a Friday. And you know, if it's a case, I'll ask again MCC YouTubers if they're interested. If it's a case that they're gonna, you know, ignore me or kind of blacklist me or whatever, then screw it, they're not gonna get the other chance. Would you rank up a god or demigod 4-star champ like Magic or Medusa over a 5-star medium champ like Thor, Jane Foster, or a Cyclops? Man, I don't even want to consider that. It's not going to be a good thing. Is Thanos giving the finger? Yeah, he is. Would you give Frank the Tortoise an Awakening Gem as a Christmas gift? He needs it badly. Keep the good content coming in 2018. I will try. And yeah, okay, he would like, I think he would like to wake up, but at the same time, he's a tired little boy and needs to sleep until March. What phone do you use for the game, and have you done Labyrinth of Legends? I haven't done Labyrinth of Legends. I will probably look to kind of like save up units, which will probably happen maybe after I complete Act 5, or at least 5.3, which I'm still working on. And the phone I use is an iPhone 7 Plus. It's kind of performing a little bit slowly than normal, and I probably will have to get the iPhone 10 in the new year, but that's just the thing. What's your favorite MCU movie, and which champion is your favorite to play in terms of animation and just enjoy them? I think enjoyment side of things, I like Dormammu. Animations, I would probably say that's got to be Blade. And favorite MCU movie is also Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you like OG Vision or classic Deadpool? Will be put, or do I think they'll be putting a unit offer again anytime soon? And so what do you think the cost will be? I don't think we'll see Deadpool until June 2018. And also Vision, well, that'll probably come out at some point, and it will probably be a case you have to spend a load of units. But we could see a 5-star version in the future, so maybe look out for that. Which Marvel characters are you hoping to be added in the contest next year? We already know that my favourite Bishop is coming into the game next year, which is great. Can't wait for that. That's going to be great. Are you in a relationship? If so, do videos with her. I have done. They're up on my channel. Just got to check them out. Maybe I'll do a crystal opening with her. So that'd be quite cool. Q&A in a scale from 1 to 10. How's your luck in MCOC? I would probably say that it's around about 8. 8 if you consider me going for featured Grandmasters. However, though, if we talk about just general featured, round about 5. It's pretty crap. Dead Channel. Hello, Dead Channel. Hi. Besides you, who's the best and worst MCU YouTuber in your opinion? The best is probably Dorky Diggity Dave. However, though, I do not. I really like MC Vincible. I do like the Analyzer. It is Dorky Diggity Dave. And worst, I'm not a massive fan of. There was somebody that was around for a while called Epic 808, and he spent a lot of time going after Yeet, which I didn't like. I didn't enjoy that. I don't think that's a very good thing unless you've got good grounds to kind of go on it. At the same time, if you've agreed stuff privately, then you're a bit of a snake. But, you know, that's just my thoughts. Do you think that Thanos is going to be a playable character? And if so, will it be like Kang? I don't know. We will definitely be getting a Infinity Gauntlet version of Thanos. So look out for that in the future. So I'm quite excited about that. We don't really know. And the final question is, do you think we're going to get Fantastic Four and MCOC before the MCU movie comes out? No, we are not. However, though, the positives are that Fox have had their rights pulled from them, and now it's owned by MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So those characters could be put in there. So it means that maybe those characters can be used for things like games, so that could be quite exciting. Look out for that in the future. And that has concluded our Q&A. I decided that I wanted to answer every single question that people put to me, and hopefully I have not disappointed them. I'm sorry this has been a long ass video. However, though, I didn't want to take snippets of like random questions. I wanted to answer everybody. So hopefully, like I said, I helped everybody out by doing those answers to those questions. I've been RichTheMan. Thank you for a great 2017 and looking forward to an amazing 2018 with lots of new things and improved content and also improved kind of tech and look in the future. Thanks very much, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.